Just so you guys know, I have a tarantula.
There are people out here giving Origami King like a straight up 0, which I don't think review bombing a game and giving it a 0. At that point, you sound petty, okay? I'm just gonna say that right out of the gate. You just sound petty. Like, I don't want to be harsh, but if you're someone review bombing, at least do not give it a 0. Like, I've seen a couple different scenarios. So I've seen situations where maybe they review bomb it and they give it a 0 and actually state, like, they give a very big list of things they don't like about the game. At that point, I guess I could kind of see it, but even then, I don't feel like any game should be rated as a 0. At least give it that, like, 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Like, at least give it that. Because at the end of the day, as long as the game's functional, I feel like that's what's worth mentioning. And I'm gonna take a quick break to just, like, remind you guys. So I got this really dumb game. It's called Dongo Adventure. Now, again, we're gonna get back into the game very soon. This game, Dongo Adventure, is a game that I could almost see being put into that category of something that's given a 0 because the playability of it is actually hindered. You know what I mean? Like, the playability of Origami King is not hindered to the point where it would be given a 0. I think there's quite a lot of playability within the game, actually. The game is very, very playable, and just doesn't deserve any review bombing with a title of just 0. Now, if you wanna, I guess, give it a proper review, like maybe you feel it's more like a mediocre 5, or maybe even like a 4 or something like that, and you got your reasons, cool. I think one of the worst arguments you can ever make within any review, no matter what score you give, is, it's not like Paper, it just isn't like how it used to be with the Paper Mario N64 or, 1000-Year Door. Because, man, listen, at that point, you're not giving proper criticism. You're not doing that at that point. At that point, you're basically just complaining about your own personal thing that isn't something that could be bettered about the whole game. So I feel like a proper complaint that even I would give if I was going to give a review on the game, right? If I was going to give a review on Paper Mario, I don't have like a proper rating I'd give for it. I'm not going to sit here and review the game mid-thing, but what I will say is, okay, the boss fights have got a little bit of weirdness. The battle system is an adjustment, and the game's a little easy. That's it. That's all I feel. And despite my personal bias towards the games like Sticker Star and Color Splash and Origami King, despite my bias towards that style, that wouldn't be something that I outright would state in an interview. You know what I mean? That's not something I do because it doesn't feel relevant. At that point, maybe give proper criticism as to why, because, they're not doing that style anymore. What is causing that to go downhill? Just that kind of stuff, man. That's kind of the way I look at it. And I wish people would give more input like that. That's what just nags at me. I don't know. It's weird. Overall, I love Paper Mario Origami King. It's a good game. I don't feel like everything about it is perfect by any means. The soundtrack is an absolute banger, which a lot of people have just been collectively agreeing on, which is something I can really, really appreciate. And I have a foot cramp, which is something I can't appreciate. 0 out of 10. That's a review bomb worthy thing, guys. See, I'm making proper segues into these little conversation topics. I'm really good at it. I will say, so one thing I was gonna look into with you guys, I guess this is kind of like this is a good thing for mentioning, like, after we finish Mario 64, because I can say by the point I'm in with this recording right now, we're probably at least like a couple parts into it. And I just want to mention, like, what would you guys be interested in seeing on the channel next? I actually, it just dawned on me now, like I just remembered, not Paper Mario, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz is a game I've been playing for a good while now. It's a game I've seen on Alpha Red Plus, which, as you know, has been my big inspiration for this new change of the channel. And I really enjoy the game a lot. It's got a lot of challenge. It's one that if the parts were to be extended out, it was more or less going to be because I struggled in the game. But it's a type of game that I struggle in, that I enjoy. Can really appreciate games that do that. You know, I love the game, and I think it'd be kind of funny to play it through it. And I feel like we could have some funny edit worthy stuff in it. I just think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Leave it down in the comments below what you guys think about it. I think you know, it'd be a pretty interesting discussion overall. Because if I know some people might not be that familiar with the Super Monkey Ball series. I was not either until I played the Banana Blitz HD remake, because they made kind of a remastered port of they made like a remastered port of the Wii game that came out, which is actually something I didn't know even, like, you know, I kind of figured it was a remaster of something, given that it had the whole HD thing in it. I'm like, would you really have to point out that it's HD if it was a new game on the Switch? Because I mean, most Switch games are going to be HD. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, unless if you have like this pixel like graphics stuff. You get my point. You get my point. It's to me at least, it very much seems like a situation where, you know, I didn't know too much about the Super Monkey Ball series, and I didn't know what it was all about. And then I played Banana Blitz after hearing some feedback about the game, and I was like, shoot, this game's freaking epic. It's like, it's really just, it's when you're in this tight situation of like, because if you guys don't know the general goal of Super Monkey Ball, it's like you just have to traverse through the levels by rolling around in a ball. They gave you the option in Banana Blitz to jump around, which I think is interesting. It's interesting because it can cause for some really cool skips that you can do. You know, making yourself look like a cool kid and such. You know what I mean? It can cause for that kind of stuff, which I think is really cool. And when you're in, there was this one level in the game that they put you in this really tightrope spot. And one thing I didn't know is they gave you an option of ways to go. And it turns out that spot with the really narrow road was optional. You know, it was an optional route to go. And I was like, are you kidding? And if any of you guys are familiar with DP, he's one of the big... I'm dead! I'll do that world later. But if any of you guys are familiar with DP, DP, I just want to say you're probably watching this video, but you're an absolute homie. I love you. And he was, I think, the one that like actually encouraged me to get the game. And I got it, and I really liked it. I really liked the game. And he informed me when I was doing that level. I was doing it in the middle of a Discord call with him. I think it was actually on the server, too. So some of you guys might have actually been in that call when this happened. But there was a left and right path. So I always took the right side path, because it was where that narrow path was. And I just kept instinctively going that way. And then DP informed me, Jordan, you know there's a left path, right? And I'm like, no. And then I went there, and I beat it in one shot. And I was like, I was angry. Dude, honestly, I was so angry that my Elgato went out of full screen. You don't even get, you don't understand. You don't even understand, dude. You don't even understand where I'm coming from, man. I'm freaking furious. I was mad. I was so upset. And my main goal of the whole game right now, because I've been playing it on my own time, so if I do end up doing a playthrough of it for you guys, it's not going to be blind, which I think is fine. What is really not fine, though, is the fact that I died there. See, good transition. But, I mean, I feel as if it's fine that it's not blind, because, again, you got to think. I'm playing Diddy Kong. I played Diddy Kong Racing on this channel. That was definitely not a blind playthrough, given that it was my favorite N64 game. And I'm also now playing Mario 64. Again, not a blind playthrough. need to remember how I properly did this, because there was a way that I went about this, right? I think I did like a whole triple jump. Yeah! Yeah! See? Who needs actually going right? Dude, I think they really just intended for you to like go around, go up that little hill. Why, dude? That's so narrow. It's so bad. It's so bad, and then you fall, and you just fall into the quicksand. It's bad. I don't like it. It's so bad. Inside the Ancient Pyramid. This is going to be that one tedious star, isn't it? Actually, I want to see, before I do anything else, can I pull this off? Because I want to do... Oh! If a lot of you guys don't know what I was trying to do there, I was trying to do a popular glitch within Mario 64. Not the backwards long jump, by the way. I know that's a very popular glitch, but obviously that had nothing to do with long jumping. But I was trying to do a glitch where, like, it's most familiar within Bob Bomb Battlefield, where if you grab a Bob Bomb right as it's about to explode after you throw it, he ends up just staying inflated, and then you start just, like, moonwalking backwards, and it's kind of weird, because you can get some, like, fast speed, and you can clip through some walls with it, and it makes it so that you don't have to... In Bob on Battlefield, you actually don't have to do the chain chomp gate sequence where you have to, like, get the chain chomp to break the gate. You don't have to do any of that. You can actually just kind of, like, you can simply just clip through it. And I don't think I've ever successfully done that. Well, I've never successfully done the clip on it, but I've successfully done the Bob-omb glitch. I've done that before, and I think I did it on the original version of the game, not this remaster. I don't even know if this remaster maybe affects how possible it is. I feel like it probably doesn't affect it, but who knows? Ow. Okay, good thing he doesn't, like, mess up your flow with trying to hit that. I'm just trying to, yeah, just hug the wall, man, hug the wall. But, yeah, I still really want to learn how to, like, properly... I'm surprised I didn't... Dude, I was literally about to say I'm surprised I didn't mess the climb up here any on the way up here, and I almost just messed it up. That would have been the funniest thing. That would have been the...